Rowing is itself the act of going in a boat and racing with other people to achieve a goal time, to go as fast as you can in a boat with yourself or with other people. The hardest part of rowing is almost everything, but for me and for a lot of people, it's the mental part of rowing that is extraordinarily difficult, because it takes a certain amount of mental strength to be able to go into the boathouse and put yourself through a series of physical tests that might be impossible. Rowing is very physically demanding, and I've heard coaches call the mental part of it the little man in your brain. The little man is the thing in your brain that tells you, the mental part of it that tells you, you can't keep going, you're not strong enough, you don't have enough strength to do this. But part of rowing is shutting that part of your brain down. It's staring opposition in the face, it's staring an impossible task in the face and keeping on and keeping going. And we like to call it dropping the hammer. Just going, even though it's almost impossible, pushing yourself to the physical brink. And it's an amazing, it's extraordinary what can be done when the limits are pushed farther than you would ever think that they could be pushed. An ergometer machine, or an erg, is a rowing machine that stimulates the physical demands of rowing on the water. An ergometer test, or an erg test, is usually an amount of meters that you have to pull in a certain amount of time. So it's like a measure of your strength and your physicality and fitness in rowing. Erg tests are the most difficult, without doubt, the most difficult thing I've ever done in my entire life. I did basketball, I did soccer, I did swimming. Those sports are difficult, but erging takes the mentality to go into an erg test and physically push yourself farther than should be considered humanly possible is amazing, and it astounds me that people go there and do that every day. And it's amazing to me that me and my teammates are able to do that. The Head of the Charles is a big race that is a very popular tourist attraction and attraction in Boston, and it's a really great thing to see all this talent on the Charles from all over the world. I got into rowing when I took a camp during the summer where I learned how to row. It was really nice. And then I did a winter training season and then tried out for Girls Novice in the spring. Regattas are the rowing race where usually for me, I'm a novice. This is my last season on novice. So the novice races, there have been 2 in Lowell and 1 in New York and a few other places. And they're really great. You have maybe 1 or 2 races, and then the rest is spent rigging and de-rigging the boats and just hanging out and eating. And it's great. It's really fun. I was in a race a few weeks ago at the Head of the Fish in New York for a weekend, a really great weekend, and my 4 came in 8th place. My favorite part of rowing is most likely the community that is made. We show up every day at the boathouse and we agree with each other to push ourselves as hard as we can, and as a team, it's really amazing to me that we're all going every day and pushing as hard as we can for each other. It's not for us, it's for each other, and I love my teammates more than anything else, and I would do anything. The community of rowing is really extraordinary, and I'm so lucky that I can go to a boathouse every day and be supported by my teammates, and I have such great friends that I've made through rowing and by rowing, and we all push as hard as we can for each other, and it's amazing, and I feel so lucky that I have these great teammates and these great friends that I go through every day with. One of my favorite parts about rowing is finishing the race, the last few strokes of the race where everything is gone. You've emptied your tank, you've emptied everything you can physically put out, and you have only a few more strokes to take, and the relief that you feel with your teammates in this boat and the accomplishment that you've just done by racing. It's amazing to be in a boat and push and finish a race. It's a really great feeling, and it's one of my favorite parts.